Yannick here from Infusion Creative Hub. I'm so excited that you're able to join us today. And I just want to invite you to share a little bit with the Spike fam about Infusion Creative Hub, what you do, how we can work with you.
All right, not a problem. So thank you so much for having me, first of all, Lexi. It's always a pleasure being with you. So Infusion Creative Hub is a platform that provides you with any marketing materials that you need for your business. So if you're looking to start, if you're starting a business, definitely you do need all your graphic needs. So we provide you with all your logo designs, branded designs, graphic designs, website designs as well. And we're doing a little bit of product photography. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But I do provide a wide variety of services on my platform. So if you're starting a business or you already have an existing business, graphic design is always a really good niche for you to basically have. And we provide all that. So yeah, so that's what we do.
Yes, and I have worked with Yannick in the past. I think I even put you on to one of my friends. So she is someone that's really good to work with. She asks the right questions and is always willing to like get what's in your mind onto the paper. So I can say that firsthand. All right. So I know that you did a bit of a rebranding. So tell us about that. What were you doing before? Why you decided to do the rebrand? Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, so I'm glad you actually asked. So initially, most people know me as Elite Boss Branding LLC. That was my initial business when I started out. It started out in 2020. And most of my clients that I was getting, thank you so much, clients, whoever is watching. They were mostly like hairstyles, makeup, a lot of like bright, vibrant colors. It's all about like in the hair industry, the makeup industry. So I wasn't getting a vast amount of diverse in regards to graphic designing, right? So, and I'm also a little bit of a niche of a creative myself because I do a lot of things with my hands and stuff like that. So, I was thinking like maybe this is time for a little bit of a change where I can basically be more vibrant in regards to allowing other people to see that I can do other stuff and not just for hair and makeup. Because with graphic design, you have to be well-rounded. And I believe that my business at the time was very stagnant in regards to it's just like these bright colors. Because I had my logo was teal and pink. I love those colors. Oh, I love those colors so much. But sometimes when you're in the business world, you have to basically like think about not just what you love, but what your business is all about. So one of the reasons I decided that, you know what, it's time for me to be more subtle and start targeting the right market for my business. So I changed my business to Infusion Creative Hub, which incorporates my graphic aspects of what I do. I also do my henna sometimes and I also do decor. So I wanted to incorporate all those little stuff within my brand. So that's one of the reasons I decided to change it. And normally when you're doing rebranding, it gives you like a fresh, it's like a facelift, you know, you go to you go to get your makeup done, your hair is all messed the night, and you go to get your makeup and your hair done. It's like a completely different person. You're brand woman, you know, brand new woman. So it's kind of like that, you know, give it like a fresh new eye to my business so they can know what my business is all about. So that's one of the reasons for my change.
Yeah, and what you said is so smart. Like you have to think about your business as its own entity and not as necessarily a direct reflection of you if you want the business to grow beyond you or like incorporate more things than you are doing right now. And that is so key. It's something that we talk about a lot when we think about the customer experience because we tend to take things personally, but we have to separate things from our personal feelings
That
and
is so true.
personal thoughts in order to get where we need to go.
That
So
is so true.
I want to pivot a little bit with you now because you have a wide range of experiences in offering different services and growing your business from strength to strength. So based on your experiences thus far, what would you say the role of the customer experience is in your business journey so far?
Okay, so my customers is a part of my business. It's not me, right? My business is just, I'm just the back end. You really don't see me much on anything. My customers is the forefront of my business. They're very important to me. So when I like when I get a new client, it's like we are now like, I wouldn't say friends, because people categorize it a little bit different, but it's more like we have a partnership, right? So that's one of the reasons I do a lot of consultation and I don't charge my consultation because I want to have that connection from the get-go to see if you're a good fit so I can work with, because I'm going to be doing hands-on, especially for website designs and stuff like that. So they are very much important to my business in regards to understanding their brand, because with every brand that I do is a fresh design. I have to envision myself as the owner of this particular company, and then from then I'll be able to create a different concept from then. So I have to build that really good relationship with them before we can get, into any part of it. Because if you start a project with somebody and you don't have that relationship, you kind of feel like, this is not going to work out. They're going to be a problem at the end of the day. So you have to feel
Yes.
your clients out, and then you decide who you want to work with from then.
Yes, and for what you do, that is so key, because as you're saying, you have to really understand the concept of the business, understand who these people are, so that your designs can really reflect the product or service that's being offered. So that's so key. No, Yannick is a successful business owner. Yannick has gotten to the point where she doesn't have to market as much because she has repeat customers. She has retained her customers. And we always talk about that on Spike, as that is one of the key components of great customer experience, because they're going to come back to you, they're going to refer you, and it stretches your marketing dollar. In Yannick's case, she doesn't have to market as much anymore. But I want you to speak about that, the power of retention in your business, and what you think has caused that retention with your customers.
Okay, so all right, so that's a really, really good question. I'm hoping you guys pay keen attention. This was not easy. Let's put that out there, right? When I started out, I was literally a mess when I started out, because where I'm from, we call it a hustler. We are hustlers. We just decide to, okay, we have an idea, we just jump right into it and we just get it done, right? But once you're here, you have to take a step back and think about the goals. And that's where I didn't start at. You know what I mean? I had an idea, and I can do graphic design from a long time. And it was something that, okay, I can do it, so why not? Let me just jump right into it. But I've learned so much being in this industry that I was like, calm down. You're going too fast. Like, let's get a pen and paper together, write it down, and decide how we can go about doing it. So it kind of started a little bit shaky, like trying to like push myself out to get clients and all of those kind of stuff. And then I think it was more like in 2022 or 2022, the early part of 2022. I was talking to a few of my clients, like just doing like a survey to find out like what are the challenges you're experiencing with other graphic designers, and even with me. Let's give me your feedback so I can know exactly how I can tailor that to make it easier for my clients when they do come. Because sometimes you have to take a step back and be like, okay, this is not working out. You know what I
Right.
mean? You definitely have to let's go back to the drawing board. So I kind of started doing that. And then from that point, I met with a bunch of different clients. And when I meet with them, because some of them don't even understand the reason they're getting a graphic design work. They just saw something online. I'd be like, oh, I need that. They don't know the reason behind it, and stuff like that. So I kind of started where I start educating my clients about what is it that they need for their business. It's not all about the money, but I want it to be more of an experience with you when you come here, because at the end of the day, when you're done, this is your brand. You need to understand what is it that you're doing, why you're doing it, why you choose this kind of color, why you do this kind of concept, so that people are aware, of your branding. So it's so much easier for you to be very like you really know what is it that your business offers, so it's easier for you to present that or market it better for your clients. So with the retainer customers, it kind of started with building that relationship, and then based on that, they start recommending their cousins or their friends and stuff like that, and they reach out to me, and then we can start doing it. No, I start working a lot with some Haitian groups as well, and everybody's like, God, like, they're talking to me in Creole. I was like, I'm sorry, I am not Haitian. They're talking to me in Creole. I was like, I'm so it's kind of like that. So I have to be calling. Like, I had this one client once, and I had to literally call her, and I'll be like, can you translate for me? Because I know this customer reached out to me wanted to get this project, but I don't think she understands, and I want her to understand. So it's kind of like that. It's like you build this kind of relationship with your customers to the point where it feels so comfortable for them to come to you and ask you questions, because not a lot of designers out there will do that, because everything is time and it's money. And sometimes I can be a little bit firm, because you have to try to not blur that line. right? Because people will be calling you nonstop certain times. And I live in Reno, so it's a Pacific time. So the time zone in the Eastern is completely different. So I get texts at 6 o'clock, at 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m. And I was like, you don't even, and I can't respond to it. So you have to
Right,
try to like blur the line, like try not to blur the line too much, because this is a business. I'm
right.
not just your friend, and I understand we have a good relationship, but you have to be mindful that I'm still having other clients that I have to talk to and stuff like that. And some people don't really get to that point, you know what I mean? They have to like reel it back in, but it's mostly based on like customers' experience. Like we just have that good rapport and that conversation. And if it's not a good fit for me, before I would hesitate to tell them that it's not going to work out. It's going to work out when it's not going to. But I'm at this point right now, but like if it's not feeding me, or I'm not going to feel anything from it, like it's not working out for me and you, I'll be like, it's not gonna work out. So let me recommend you to somebody else, or whatever the case may be, because stress
You said
and no
you
friend.
said so many things a while ago that I want to make sure our audience pay attention to. Yannick, first of all, let me just start from the end. Yannick is saying that if the relationship is not working out, she is referring her customers. No, that is a big deal. You have a lot of business owners who don't do that. They may, one, do what you said you were doing before, just struggle along, which doesn't work out for you in the end or your customer. It damages your brand too, because you're not giving up your best in that kind of a situation. And two, they ultimately don't get what they want. So you are saving yourself, and outside of letting them go, you are putting them on the road to something that will help them. So you are referring them to someone else that might actually meet the needs that they have. And that's a big deal, because that person would have still had a good experience with you. You still help them to get where they need to go, even though you were not the one to give them ultimately what they wanted. But sending people along in the right direction is a key factor. And they may even think of you in the future if something else comes up that maybe would be a good fit for you, not necessarily with them. So that's a way to maintain the relationship. So I want everybody to hear that what Yannick said, right? And
Yeah.
also, you are good at what you do, but as you are alluding to, there are other graphic designers. So it's really the relationships that you are able to build. It's really the experience that you are able to give, and really making sure you understand to meet their needs. When you were talking, I was getting the vibe of like a Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A sells chicken. A lot of people sell chicken. And if you even look at Chick-fil-A's ads right now, they are not even advertising the actual product. They're advertising their
There's
service.
sauce
Everyone talks about their service. So
and sauce.
yes, the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
It feels like that's kind of what you're doing. You have a good product, but you have the service to match. So that's
Yeah.
really excellent. I'm really proud of you. Yannick was
Thank
one
you.
of the very first people to do our CX Unlocked
Yeah.
courses
Flyer.
years ago. Yeah,
We
the
did it.
flyer, everything, and
And everything.
participate in the program. So it's coming from a long way.
Right? It's been a
Yeah.
minute for sure.
Yeah. So before we go, I want you to tell everyone what we should look out for, where we can find you, what we do to keep up with you, and everything that Infusion Creative Hub is doing.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram, which is Infusion Creative Hub, and also my website, which is www.infusioncreativehub as well. All the platforms you can basically find me. That's just the name. There's nothing additional to it. Well, I've just basically recently started this product photography, because it's kind of like I get a lot of website designs, and some of my clients do not have any professional pictures. And because and some of the pictures don't really work well. So, for example, a person that does hair and makeup, they can get an AI model, pretty girl, put it on their stuff, and it really speaks a lot. But a person who is doing products may not have a pretty girl rubbing their lotions on, and you have different diverse in regards to the culture. So I started implementing product photography, where I take pictures. So my clients will send me their products, and I have a few here I wanted to show you guys. Send me their products, and I'll create the logo, I'll create the labels and all that. And then we'll just basically design it and then put it on the website. So this is one of the clients. I'm not sure the lighting is kind of crazy on it though, but this is one of the labels that I designed for one of my clients. I'm showing her brand is Looney. the
You
only
can
fashion
send us some
collection.
pictures so we can insert it so people can see.
Definitely, so you can see it better, right? So this is Micah. She's a really good brand as well. She has a lot of hair stuff, and this is one of my greatest client. Like she's really, really wonderful. Her personality is on point. So Micah Grow. So like all of these labels and stuff like that, I design them, and I take the pictures of them and then I upload it to my client's website. So this basically helped because a lot of people don't know that pictures speaks a lot of volume when it comes down to website design. It's not just about the layout because you can have the same layout for everyone else, but if your pictures are not speaking that language so that people want to buy, there's no way it's going to happen. And I wanted to touch point on this too, where a lot of clients fail to understand that when you reach out to a graphic designer, anyone, because it's hard work, a graphic design is not a marketer. They are not there to get clients to your website. I wanted to point that out because a lot of people think that's the reason you do a website. No, a website is the area where people come to buy stuff, but you have to bring customers to your platform. Right. So I just wanted to make sure that people know that that's the reason for us. So there's a difference on it. And a lot of people don't get to that, understand that point. But very soon I'm going to be having a YouTube channel that teach people how to do graphic design if you're willing to learn. Very soon I'm going to have that. So if you go to my Instagram and just stay tuned, click that notification so that you can be able to be notified once I start launching these products. I'm also going to be doing retainers as well on my website, which allow you to get a vast amount of graphic design services each month. You can keep on being, like consistent with your contents. And I'm also going to be doing some classes as well so that people will learn how to just do the stuff that I do if they're interested in getting it done. And I want people to know the back end, like what is it that I do and how I get into starting it. So I'm going to be exposing myself a little bit more. I'm a little bit shy, camera shy sometimes, but I wanted to like get my feet wet a little bit and push myself out there. So you can find me, as I said, on www.infusioncreativehub.com. And my Instagram is infusioncreativehub.
Excellent. So once you start the YouTube channel, we'll put it in the description box so everybody can go directly to your YouTube channel. But we'll also put your website and IG handles and everything in the description box below this video. So check it out and get connected to Yannick. She has a lot of good services. And I'm really glad you brought out the fact that marketing is not graphic design. I find that a lot of business owners, a lot of things they consider to be marketing. And it really is not. You have to specify, I'm not a marketer. I have to do that too. But there are a lot of things that help the marketing. So you need the graphic design to help the marketing message.
Yes.
You need to have
to push it out there.
So that the marketing has somewhere to lead people to for you to get these sales.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people need to also do their research when they're designing the website. It's okay for you to do the logo when you're starting out and you do your business cards and your flyer. But when you're going to start doing a website, you have to think deep and hard. Like you have to research because we can assist you with SEO, which is a search engine optimizer, to basically just put some keywords in so that you can pull up a little bit faster on Google, and stuff like that. But in regards to like getting eyes on your stuff is not as easy to do that. I want to give the perfect example. Like Amazon. Everybody shop on Amazon. I keep on using that association too. Everybody shop on Amazon. When you're shopping on Amazon, the only reason that you know that Amazon is a place that you can buy stuff is because you see them everywhere. Exactly. Right? It's not like they leave the website up and be like, okay, you see them everywhere. They put it on TV. They put it on their products. Everything that they send out, they give you a little coupon to tell you that, hey, go here. So it's kind of like that. You have to advertise your business if you want to get your business out there, and stuff like that. It's not having a logo don't mean that your business is going to be seen. You have to promote it.
That's true. And another thing in reference to Amazon, they think about their customers' experience, especially in terms of convenience. That's what they're pushing in terms of the customer experience. And everyone has to think about that because your customer experience is going to affect your marketing. It's going to affect how you, your retention too, if you want to keep people and keep the money and stretch your budgets further. I'm so happy we're able to do this, Yannick. Everyone, make sure you check the description box below. Stay in touch with Yannick and go to her for all your graphic design, website, creative needs. She is a very creative. All right. Thanks for joining us on this Tech Chat. See you on the next one.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It was good.